Hey guys, sorry about getting this out so late. I've just been really busy, and then when I'm not really busy, I'm really lazy. Also, this is gonna be an audio-only video because I just woke up and I'm really sick, and just trust me, it's not a pretty sight. Alright, without further ado, let's get this underway. PadmeandtheWookiee asks, what is your quest to seek the Holy Grail? What is the wind speed velocity of a swallow? Well, it depends. Is it African or European? See? I just answered your question with another question. Haha. Do you think Darth Vader should pay child support? No, I do not. Because he was under the impression that his wife and child were killed by his hand. Now, 20 years later, for this whiny little farm boy kid to just show up with some daddy issues and say, "Hey, pops, I mean that's not fair to Vader. I mean, he's got more important stuff to do. With he's got rebels to kill, empire to run." Next question. TenkanVlog asks, the funniest thing you've seen in your life, or the funniest moment that comes to your mind? Well, I'm entering my senior year of college, so I've seen some pretty messed up stuff. But the best ones probably have to be 2 years ago. I was with my best friend Brendan, and at the time he had this really awesome sports car. It was black. It had a red racing stripe down the side. It had dual exhaust. I kid you not, the engine said Megatron 2. And he named it Mace Windu. It was awesome. But, we're driving around campus, and we see these two guys from New Jersey. They're in a big SUV cranking terrible rap music. And we pull up to them. We're cranking our own music. We're cranking like 1940s jazz. It's like Frank Sinatra. And we crank it louder than them. And we just roll down the windows, keep a straight face, and just go, "Sup?" And then they just drove off, and we just started laughing hysterically. It was good times. Good times. He doesn't have that car anymore. He sold it, but I will never forget it. The first cartoon that comes to your mind from your childhood. Angry Beavers. One of my favorite shows. A random state or country to visit for a surprise vacation. Well, I've never been out of New England, so probably anywhere else in the world. Favorite weather? During the day, I like it sunny, around 70, 75 degrees or so. But at night, I love nighttime thunderstorms. They just put me right to sleep, and I get the best sleep of my life. It's so awesome. Grievous Apprentice 15 asks, what character in the Clone Wars should get a figure? Now, keep this in mind, I don't collect. I don't buy the toys, so I don't know what's out there. But what I think would be really cool to see while walking through Walmart, and I understand the irony of who I'm talking to, but I think it would be really cool to see figures of the three Mortis characters, the father, son, and the daughter. Now, like I said, I know you, sir, are no fan of the Mortis trilogy. But consider this. If they were to make a figure of the son, you could buy it, have him in Ahsoka's tails, and kill him over and over and over and over again. He could essentially be Kenny from South Park. That way, you could, experience the death of your least, for lack of a better phrase, least favorite character. And, I think it would be pretty funny. If you had the chance, would you do a Transformers Prime video? No, I wouldn't. Don't get me wrong, I love Transformers Prime. It's a great show, but I don't know it as well as I know Clone Wars and Star Wars. So if I were to make a video it wouldn't have, I wouldn't have the same connection to it. So it would come out kind of crappy. And if you're gonna put out crappy videos, then what's the point? But I'm sure, once they get a few seasons under their belts, and I know a little more about the series, I'd like to, at least do maybe one. Where did you come up with the idea to make the TikTok video? Originally I was just gonna do a video of the regular song, just make a music video, and I was trying to come up with clips, and, for the first time, wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. I was obviously gonna use Mace Windu, but I realized P. Diddy and Mace Windu had the same syllables, so I was joking around, feeling like Mace Windu, and then I thought, what rhymes with Windu? Poodoo. And then I was just kind of fooling around for, like 20 minutes, and then I realized I have half of a song. So, I just came up with the rest of it. Big B141 asks, what's your social security number? Oh, it's 03761. Wait a minute. SkyguysSkygirl asks, what's your favorite color? It depends. Some days I like the dark, dramatic colors, a little black and red. But there are other days where, I like a little bit of yellow, sunshine yellow, and a little bit of baby blue. Do you love socks? Abso-freaking-lutely. They're like little sleeping bags for my feet. And my feet are delicate. They deserve the best. You have a band? Tell me about it. Okay, I play trumpet in a ska band called Short-Handed Goal. If you don't know what ska is, pause this video right now and look up Real Big Fish Sellout. That's kind of what we do. I'll wait a few seconds for you to pause it. You back? What'd you think of it? You like it? Of course you'll like it. Ska, everybody loves ska. But, yeah, that's the kind of music we play. I play trumpet in it. We are one of the few local Rhode Island ska bands. New England, there are two places in the country that are ripe with ska. Right on the west coast, pretty much all of California, and the northeast. And there's a lot of out-of-state bands that we're friends with, but there's only about 3 or 4 Rhode Island ska bands. And we are one of them. Go check us out. We're on Facebook. And we just released our EP. I posted a video of it. It's called the Short-Handed Goal Demo Video. Go check it out. It's some of our songs. And it's a free download. It's fun on a bun. Why is your background so messy? What? Oh, okay. No, it's actually not that messy. What you saw was my basement, and that was just a cluttered area. If the chair wasn't there, you would see that it's really not that bad. I just had a desk to my left, and a couple of boxes to my right, and a fan that got tipped over. But, most of it's pretty, decent. What is your favorite Tobuscus video? That's a tough one. That's a really tough question. Probably his Let's Play videos of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Pretty much every video had me in tears almost. It was just so funny. Jessica Bain 501 asks, what are your 3 top favorite Clone Wars characters? Probably the Sun. No, I'm kidding. Probably Cad Bane, Plo Koon, and all of the clones. I'm a big sucker for the clones. What was your most favorite Star Wars memory? There's one that I will never forget. We're gonna roll the clock back a bit to the year 2000. My dad and I, we wanted to watch a movie, and he said, "All right, what about Star Wars?" So I take out all of our VHS videos of the original trilogy and Phantom Menace. And I say, alright, which one? He says, Star Wars. I say, which one? He says, Star Wars. I said, Dad, there's 4 of them. He says, alright, the first one. So I grab episode 1. And he says, no, that's the 4th one. And he grabs A New Hope. And I said, no, that's the 4th one. He says, alright, the second one then. Dad, the second one hasn't come out yet. So he grabs Return of the Jedi. He's like, alright, what is this one? I said, that's the 6th one. He said, there aren't even 6 movies yet. Oh, I'm never gonna forget that. What is your favorite kind of food to eat? What is this, Ben from California? And if you don't know what I'm referencing, shame on you. Shame. But my favorite kind of food probably be chicken parm. I could eat so much chicken parm and never get sick of it. It's just so good. Bitilalltheway asks, who are your 3 top friends on YouTube? That's tough. I've got a lot of friends on YouTube. But if I had to pick 3, it would probably be it would be Jordan, Empire Fails, Dan Grievous, and Josh, Darth Squidward. What are your top 3 favorite Clone Wars episodes? I'm gonna try to pick one from each season. Season 1, Innocence on Ryloth. Maybe Innocence of Ryloth. I don't know, the one with the little Twilight girl. Season 2, The Deserter. And Season 3, Witches of the Mist. My opinion, Witches of the Mist is the best episode of Season 3. And the final question, what do you think of Cad Soka? Well, there's only one thing I can say to this. No!